Hi there, and welcome to the Partner Portal video walkthrough. So today we are going to explore how to use the Partner Portal and all of the things that you will have access to in your general Partner Portal. So the first thing that you want to make sure you do is navigate to the Volunteer Services website. After that, you definitely want to make sure you log in. So I was previously logged out. I am now logged into a test account just for the sake of time. And once you're logged in, you're going to click on Return to Managing Opportunities, and that will take you to the Volunteer Leader Sharing Portal or Partner Portal. This tutorial video will be here, which is why you don't see one now, but once we finish recording, this will be here for you to watch, to rewatch, if you need a refresher on anything. So this is our test portal account that I'm logged into. And you'll see over to the left, I have a menu navigation, and I have access to home, which is this screen. This is the Partner Portal home screen. Volunteer opportunities, report attendance, and then if I click to return to Volunteer Portal, that just takes me back to the main page. So I'm going to go back to return to managing opportunities, and I'm going to go to volunteer opportunities. So I'll click on that. And on this page, this is essentially where you will see all volunteer opportunities that you have access to. So if you are involved in the food pantries, you'll have access to all of the food pantry opportunities. You can see their name, posting status, schedule type, registration type, and the overall type of the opportunity. I wouldn't worry too much about that. That's more specific for volunteer services. So posting status, you can see here I have a test opportunity. It's not published right now, so this is important to read. You want to make sure that your opportunities are published. If they are not, you can always get in touch with us at Volunteer Services by sending us an email at volunteers@commonpointqueens.org. So this is not published on purpose because this is just an example. So I'll click on this opportunity, and from here I have access to all of the details. I know what kind of opportunity it is. I can see the description, the default location, which is essentially the location of that opportunity, and then I can see what's called connections. Connections are essentially just volunteers that have either signed up, canceled, or declined being a part of that volunteer opportunity. So connections are not just volunteer sign-ups, but these can also be cancellations as well. It's just as many people that have connected with this specific opportunity. So I can see their basic information, start and end time of the opportunity that they've signed up for. And I can also see the hours that they've served if we've already previously reported their attendance. Status is important. Confirmed means that this person is signed up. They have attested that they will show up. Attendance is if they've either showed up or they didn't. So if it still says please verify, it just means that either you or someone else who is the opportunity coordinator hasn't approved their attendance just yet. If it's attended and verified, we know that they showed up, and this is the credit of the hours served. So I can also email volunteers or export this whole list as a CSV. So if I want to email just one person, I can check off one person and click on email. Or if I want to email all of them for this specific opportunity, maybe there's an important update, I can highlight everyone or just one person or whatever you choose and click on email volunteers. You can CC anyone on your team or anyone on the volunteer services team. If you'd like to CC us, that'd be great if necessary. The subject and message, this is all customizable. You don't have to keep this. You can delete this all together and type in your own message and hit send. And it'll come from, whoever you are that's logged in, it'll come from your email. Now, if I want to report attendance, I can do that here. I can check off someone's attendance that I want to report. So I wouldn't want to report someone's attendance that I've already verified, but anyone that's still left on please verify. So I can check off their name and I can click report attendance. But another way I can get to that same dashboard is in our main menu navigation. I can click on report attendance and it'll take me to the opportunity that I have left to report attendance on. So here's the opportunity and here's the actual individual. So you can look at it in either way. You can look at the opportunity itself and see who's left. This is okay, but I prefer to actually just go to report attendance, because this is going to be a list of anybody who's not verified, anyone whose attendance is not verified yet. So it just makes it a little easier for you to see what needs to be approved and what doesn't, which is good. So if I know that Lauren showed up, I can check off Lauren. Again, you can do a global check as well, and I'll mark as attended or mark as not attended if that's the case. So I'll mark her as attended for this opportunity from 9 to 12. As you can see right now, her hours are 0, but I'm going to mark attended and I'm going to say yes. And we'll just wait for that to load. All right, connections updated. I'll press OK. And as you can see, that test volunteer is no longer on report attendance because we've already reported her attendance. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, another menu item here that you'll have access to is called contacts. Contacts is only viewable upon connections that you have for a current opportunity that's open or an upcoming one. So it's not showing here because this is all past stuff that has already happened, but that is another thing that you would see based on your active opportunities and connections. This is not published, it's not on the site, so I don't have access to contacts right now. If it was, we would. So I can go back to opportunities, and again, if this was a live published opportunity, I would have another section here that says contacts, and I can just click on that. And your contacts are based on your connection, so this is not all of the volunteers that ever existed in the system. These are only volunteers that have signed up for your opportunities that are now your contacts. But for now, I'll just go back to volunteer opportunities and our test opportunity. And I just want to show this was the attendance that we just verified. And as you can see, this volunteer now has credit for the 3 hours served. So that's that. If you are a food pantry that will be using the kiosk will automatically give attendance report for the volunteers. So we just make sure that they check in and check out, and that will automatically record their attendance. You won't have to do it manually, so long that the volunteer checks in and checks out. Obviously, if you are a site that does not have the kiosk, essentially if you're a non-food pantry site, please make sure that you are verifying volunteer attendance this way. The other thing that you have access to are the occurrences. Think of occurrences as shifts, so it might be easy for the pantry. You guys operate in different shifts. That's essentially what the occurrences are. It's just a different way of saying shifts. So from here, we can see the occurrence ID. This is maybe not as helpful for you, or maybe it is, I don't know, but definitely helpful for us on the volunteer services side, because if you're ever having a problem, like an occurrence is not showing properly or something's wrong in the system, you can always share the occurrence number with us, or even any other, ID numbers that may be available. And we can quickly find the occurrence on the back end and see what the problem is, or make any necessary changes. And sometimes you may want to make changes. Maybe the hours have changed. Maybe this is no longer 9 to 12, but this is maybe 9 to 1. We can go ahead on the back end and make that change. Just give us the occurrence number, ID number. I can reorder this if I don't want to see from the most recent to later. I can reorder any of these by clicking on the column headers. So if you see, I clicked on that and it shows me the earlier and then the later, but I'd like to always see what's most current at the top. You can do that for any of these: start time, end time, posting status. Most of these you can click on and rearrange things. So I can see the number of confirmed connections. These are the people that are signed up, ready to go, and how many volunteers I still need. Total hour counts of how much this opportunity is gonna afford a volunteer, and that volunteers have already done. So remember, I confirmed Lauren already for her 3 hours. Lauren has a total now of 359 from a another opportunity where she had a like half hour or something added to that. So that's total cumulative hours based on the actual connections that are signed up, and then of course the location as well. So that's essentially the partner portal. We can go back to our list. We can view this opportunity on the public site, which just means the front-facing website for volunteers to see. So it would look similar to this. If it is no longer running, of course, it'll have this orange box. And we can always go back to the portal this way. So that's that. And again, remember there is another menu tab. It's called Contacts. It's just literally a list of the contacts, their names. It's really nothing fancy, just names and contact information. But I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions at all, remember you can always reach out to Volunteer Services at volunteers@commonpointqueens.org. Thank you.